Two really exciting things in store for Bryce Comics. Number one, the largest collection I've ever purchased should be here tomorrow. If you're watching this the day it comes out, it should be here tomorrow. Fingers crossed that that all goes according to plan. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. In so doing, if you also leave a comment on this video or any video, it enters you to win a free slab each and every month. The second exciting thing is my next Bry Box of Mystery, which is gonna release at the earliest late August, at the latest early September. And it's gonna be my most ambitious box yet, and today, just some of the grand prizes have arrived, and so we're gonna unbox those at the end of the video. Make sure you stay tuned to that because it's some of the most incredible, awesome pieces of comic book history, and I debated whether or not to do an unboxing of the grand prizes because I didn't want to be a tease. I didn't want to show these books, and a lot of people, you know, are waiting for me to get big grails, and then they see it and they go, oh, can I trade you for those books? So unfortunately, the grails are not going to be available for trade. They're only going to be available through the next Bry Box of Mystery. So make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter over at brycecomics.com. It will enter you to win a free slab each and every month, except this month we're giving away 3 slabs. A CGC 9.8 connecting set of Carrie Andrews' work on Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man. A really cool, awesome collectible set that they actually connect. And that's also where you get first access to new inventory when it comes through the shop, and of course that mystery box that's coming soon. But also in today's video, we're gonna unbox 2 new collections. One is primarily a Something is Killing the Children collection, which is gonna be really awesome. I can't wait to flip through those books and enjoy the awesome art on those books. And the second one is the books finally came in from the trade I did with Minor Keys Comics, Steven over at Minor Keys Comics, that I traded him for my Howdy Doody #1. If you're not following Steven, make sure you do so over on Instagram and put that man in your inner circle. So the Whatnot show that was originally scheduled for this Friday had to get pushed because Stacked Shortbox, make sure you're following Stacked Shortbox over on Instagram and Whatnot, is having his bachelor party. So we had to push that sale to next Friday, and it's just gonna get bigger and better. We're gonna have some amazing $1 starts on some awesome keys and a bunch of affordable keys as well. Tons of giveaways, chance at a mini grail. We're gonna bring back the wheel spin, so if you win 2 giveaways in the same show, you get to spin a wheel for your chance at a big book. And the last show, it did happen again. Those that were in the show, we thought there was a mishap, but it turns out it was a legitimate double win. So it happened last show, it's happened so many times. And so we're having a lot of fun over on Whatnot. Link down in the description for $15 towards your first purchase if you're new to Whatnot, and I'll have books in the bite now for 15 bucks so you can come by and pick up a free book. So let's turn this camera around and take a look at these books. So we're gonna start with Steven's trade, then we're gonna go over the Something is Killing the Children set, and then we're gonna go over the Grail prizes. So first off, we have Spider-Man 2099 #1 newsstand edition in a 9.8 white pages, signed on the case by Rick Leonardi. So Steven is kind of the king of getting stuff signed on the case. I, for one, am a big fan. I think it looks cool where it has kind of like the little shadow behind it, and it just really pops off the slab. I think it's cool. I mean, there's just a slight markup. Obviously, there's less value if it's not, you know, witnessed by CGC, but as far as collecting goes, if you're a collector and you're at a con and you want to get your slab signed, I think it's a cool idea. Leave a note down in the comments. What do you guys think about getting books signed on the case? Then we have Amazing Spider-Man 100, this classic John Romita cover in a 6.5 with white pages, a nice addition for that book. X-Men 20 from 1979, newsstand edition, but I wonder if all of them are newsstand edition. It's right at that cutoff point where newsstands were super prevalent. So 9.6 white pages, first appearance of Alpha Flight in Cameo. This is one of the few books where the cameo appearance is worth more than the first full appearance. So the first full appearance for X-Men 120 is in X-Men 121. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man #300 in 8.0 with white pages, newsstand edition, origin and first full appearance of Venom. And a 9.8 of Amazing Spider-Man 365, the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099, and another Amazing Spider-Man 300, 8.5 newsstand white pages. So we got an 8.5 white page newsstand and an 8.0 white page newsstand. And again, this whole trade here was, I believe it was about $2,500 in trade value for that Howdy Doody #1, which was worth about 2,500 bucks. And almost forgot to mention that this one here is also signed on the case by Rick Leonardi. He must have caught him at a con and got those two signed. All right, so for these Something's Killing the Children, we're gonna start at the high numbers and work our way down. So starting at number 16, he's got a whole bunch of the variants for number 16. This one, I don't even remember seeing this Alan Qua variant for Something's Killing the Children 16. This is the Slab City Comics trade dress version, and this is the Virgin edition with a slightly different color scheme on it. Absolutely incredible art by Alan Qua. I really love his depiction here of Erica Slaughter, because this is her origin story, and it like starts the story of her as a young child, and I just love this depiction of her where she's still looking like a badass. Some of the other depictions that we might see on the cover is she looks more like a little kid, and I like to think of Erica as a badass from day one. So here's Something's Killing the Children 16. This is the Out of the Vault edition by John Gallagher. Here's the Comic Conline edition by Bill Sienkiewicz. How in the world do you get Bill Sienkiewicz to do a variant cover for you? I've tried so hard to get in touch with him, and I have never been able to do so. Something's Killing the Children 16, the Big Time Collectibles edition by Miko Suion. Then we have the Raymond Lee cover for Sanctum Sanctorum Comics edition A and edition B. Then we have the Anderson variant cover B by Sean Anderson. This must be an exclusive for One Stop Shop Comics. Here's the Very Gary Comics edition. Here's the Rabbit Comics edition A by Valentine Pash. This one also came with a COA limited to 500. Here is the Raf Grassetti variant for Comic Tom, Raf Grassetti, Comic Tom, Millgeek Comics edition. Raf Grassetti just absolutely killing it on all levels. Something's Killing the Children 15. All right, so that was the last 16. Here's the David Sanchez cover from Pastime Collectibles. Here is the Diego Galindo variant for Slab City Comics for issue number 13. And Scott's Collectibles for issue number 13 by In-Hyuk Lee. Turning in some awesome art for that one. So a little bit out of order here, but continuing on, we have issue number 15. This is the Comic Blend Edition Virgin cover by Livio Ramondelli. Here's issue number 14, the Comic Mint Virgin Edition. Here's issue 14, Good Old Cover A by Werther Dell'Edera. Here's issue 13, Good Old Cover A by Werther Dell'Edera. Issue 13, Things from Another World Edition, the Virgin cover by Nimit Malavia. I don't think I've ever heard of or seen their art before. Here's issue 13. This is the 1 in 25 Franny variant cover. I immediately recognize this as Robert Hack. He has this old school VHS, like old horror movie style, where he puts like a little price tag on it, that major VHS tape nostalgia. So the Sanctum Sanctorum's edition for number 13. Number 12, this is the Out of the Vault edition by Sam Wolf. Here's issue number 12, the Peach Momoko 1 in 25 Virgin. Issue number 12, cover A. Issue number 11, cover A. Issue number 11, this is the 1 in 25 Frizen variant cover. Here's the 1 per store edition, which is a Virgin edition of cover A's art. Okay, so I believe this is just a regular Order All You Want variant for number 11, and this is the 1 in 25 Frizen sketch version of that. And then we have issue number 11, the Bengal variant. This is the 1 in 50. This is one of my favorite Werther Dell'Edera covers for the whole series. One of them. Something's Killing the Children number 9, cover A. Number 8, this is the second print, Werther Dell'Edera. Number 8, cover A. Number 7, second print. Number 5, this is the Unlocked Retailer Virgin cover, and this is where we get into, you know, the more expensive covers. Even just the regular Order You Want covers are pretty pricey for these lower numbers. Number 4, Werther Dell'Edera, another awesome one with this fire glow. Sometimes simple is the best, and the trade dress on this series is so cool. And here's the Unlocked Retailer variant for number 4 by Michael Walsh. Here's issue number 3, cover A. Issue number 2, this is the Unlocked Retailer edition Ian Bertram Virgin cover. Here's issue number 2, third print. That one's hard to find with the Werther Dell'Edera art. Issue number 2, Werther Dell'Edera, cover A. And here we get into the number 1. So we have number 1, Unlocked Retailer, first appearance of Erica Slaughter, the Jenny Friesen Unlocked Retailer variant, the Jay Lee variant, the 7th print, or also known as the Local Comic Shop Day foil edition. So this is a foil cover of cover A's art. Number 1, 5th printing. This is the Werther Dell'Edera variant. A Lee Garbett cover. This is the 4th print for issue number 1. The 3rd print for issue number 1. The 2nd print by Danny. And the 1st print, cover A, for Something is Killing the Children, number 1. A cover that has basically already become iconic. I mean, it's been homaged and cover swiped so many times, and it doesn't get old, in my opinion. I have, for a long time, I actually hoarded these as they were all coming through the shop. Over the years, I just anytime one would come through, I just kept it, and it got up to like 7, and I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. I can't just keep them all. So I have some in my personal collection now, and I just sell the ones that come through the shop. But I have pretty much all of the rare versions of this cover art. Holy smokes, you guys. I should have filmed myself unboxing these because I had a little moment, but woo, these are some of the big boys. These are some of the greatest, most iconic comic books in the hobby. Amazing Fantasy 15, origin and first appearance of Spider-Man, first appearance of Uncle Ben and Aunt May. Such an iconic, important piece. I got all the feels right now. I absolutely love this book. 1.8 off-white pages. It's about a $20,000 book. Somebody's going to walk away with it for $250. And this is a book that you know, can benefit from a press and clean. There's a little bit of a spine roll. So as you can see right here, these pages, that's from the spine roll. There's also like some staining on the back, and obviously it's pretty hammered with creasing. You got a reader's crease here. This book was well loved, well read, which is awesome to know, but it can be improved a little bit, and maybe could get a bump to like a 2.0, probably not much higher than that, maybe a 2.5. I don't think a 2.5 with this much creasing. So if it was my personal copy, I would consider getting rid of that spine roll just so that it presents better. But someone's going to walk away with it for free. Maybe just keep it as is, not risk anything. There you go, guys. Hulk number 1 in a 3.0 with white pages, no less. Origin and first appearance of the Incredible Hulk. First appearance of General Ross, Betty Ross, and Rick Jones. And just one of the most iconic covers, one of the most iconic characters in the hobby. This is a 3.0 with white pages, and I don't think it could benefit from a press. It looks like it hasn't been pressed or cleaned. If you look and try to catch the light, like there's a lot of like finger bends and creasing and stuff that could definitely be improved, but there is a stain through the whole book. So you can see there's like staining here that goes like this whole section, and on the front you can see the staining as well. So there's staining through the whole book, and it's also got a spine split up here. So not only would you risk damaging the book because of the spine split, I mean, it would still have the stains. You can't get those out without you know, risking getting a restored label. It wouldn't present that much better if you pressed and cleaned it, because you can't really see the creasing unless you're trying to catch it in the light. And to boot, it has white pages. It's a 3.0 white, so you would risk losing the white pages. The page quality is also a subjective thing, and you could very well get off-white to white. If you send the same book in 2 or 3 times, you might get different page qualities each time. So I think for this one, you just keep it as is. I mean, don't risk anything. Just keep it as is. If you really don't like the old label, you can send it in for a reholder, and it would maintain the same grade, and it would look a little bit nicer. X-Men #1 in a 3.5, origin and first appearance of the X-Men, Professor X, Cyclops, Iceman, Angel, Beast, and Marvel Girl, and the first appearance of Magneto. This book is just so cool. One of the most affordable of the Silver Age grails, which is awesome because of how cool it is, such an iconic cover, such an important piece. Just really cool. It's about a $9,000, I paid about $9,000 for this. I actually bought this book live during a Whatnot show. I was having a Whatnot show, and this book was ending at an auction house, so I put a giveaway up on the Whatnot show so I could run over to my computer, and then I showed the whole stream. I took my phone and pointed at the computer and said buy, and I won it at the last second. It was so much fun. There's a couple hundred people watching me win this, and it's always so much fun to win these auctions for these mega grails. Hulk 181 in the 8.0 presents and looks like a 9.2. Not much creasing or spine ticks to speak of. The main offender of this book causing it to get an 8.0 is this little piece out right here on the front cover. So that's what brought it down to an 8.0. Otherwise presents like a 9.2. Super clean, super sharp, off-white to white pages. Beautiful book. Somebody's gonna get that for 250 bucks. And then this book, Incredible Hulk 180 and a 9.8 with off-white pages. This is the first appearance of Wolverine in Cameo, depending on what camp you're in. And this book actually is going to be available for sale. So it's going to be available for sale or trade. If at this, by the time you're watching this, it may already be gone, but you can check my Instagram page. Follow me on Instagram at Bryce Comics, where I will post stuff like this first to incentivize people to follow me on the different platforms. It will be available for trade. I was bidding on a 181 9.8 to go with this, and there was a problem with my bidding. I got distracted or something, and I missed out on that, but I was gonna offer the set for trade. But we got one of them, the Hulk 180 and a 9.8. Awesome collectible. I hope you enjoyed admiring these epic collectibles as much as I did. Some of my favorites all in one place. Blue chip Silver Age keys and my favorite indie series, And Something Is Killing the Children. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like for your chance to win a free slab each and every month. And head over to brycecomics.com and sign up for the newsletter for your chance to win a free slab each and every month and to get first access to new collections like this when they come through the shop, and that new mystery box that's coming soon. Use code COLLECT10 for 10% off at brycecomics.com. That code is always active. And make sure to follow me over on Whatnot. Link down in the description for $15 towards your first purchase. If you're new to Whatnot, I'll have stuff in the Byte now for 15 bucks, so you can stop by and pick up a free book. We're gonna have some amazing shows coming after I get that massive collection in. Thanks as always for sticking with me to the end of the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.